What's up, everyone? My name is Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about consideration. Consideration is the third of the 5 elements of a contract. You need consideration for a contract to be valid. If you do not have it, it will become a void contract, which is what you do not want, unless you are in a bad contract that you negotiated. Then, if you can spot something here that is not in the contract, you can say it is void and get yourself out of it. So, consideration has 3 sections I want to talk about today. The first one is legal sufficiency. So what is legal sufficiency? So, it basically is made up of benefits and detriments. Benefits are something that I obtain, and the detriments are something that I give up. So, as you can see here, I'm in a taxi, and I'm obtaining a taxi ride to a destination of my choice, and in return, I'm giving away my money to the driver. So I feel like the legal sufficiency is the easiest one to understand because we really do it in everyday lives. When we buy food, we are getting something in return for money or another service. So I feel like this one's the easiest one for us to understand. So I will move on to the next one, which is legal value. So legal value is made up of money, action, promise, change in legal relationship, and forbearance. Now, the ones we usually do in everyday life are money and action, and sometimes promise, but it's usually just money, action. And so, as we all know, money is just currency, US dollar, euro, um, other currencies. And action is usually work or service. So, if you work at a job, let's just say you work in McDonald's, you get paid money, which is your benefit, for an action, your detriment. Legal value needs to be in every contract, or it's either a gift, because if you're just doing something for free or giving out money, you're not receiving anything that, or if you're not giving anything, if you're only, getting or giving, it's a gift and not a contract. So if you look on the screen now, you can see I'm in a limo with my friend Parker. And instead of paying Parker to drive me, I'm giving rid of his debt that he owes me. Last week, Parker bet me $50 on his team to beat my team in baseball. He lost, and I got the $50, but he didn't have it on him right then and there. So I said, okay, you can give it to me in the future. And I just thought about it and I needed a ride. So I called him up and I said, if you can pick me up right now and drive me to my house, which is not far away, I will forgive your debt. That would be an example of action and forbearance. He's acting by driving me, and I am clearing his debt, which is forbearance. So that's not a scenario that happens a lot, but just in case you need a little understanding on forbearance. The last section I want to talk about is about adequacy. Adequacy is to make sure that the terms are fair, but that doesn't mean you can't have a benefit and a detriment that are unequal. If I were to buy a car for $20,000 and I find out later that it's only worth 10, it's not the car dealership's problem that they suckered me into an extra 10,000. Judge Richard Posner says, and I quote, "To ask whether there is consideration is simply to inquire whether the situation is one of exchange and a bargain has been struck." Basically what he's saying is, as long as you agree to the terms, you're basically considering it, and the adequacy is already there. This is all I have to teach you about today on consideration. I hope you learned more than you already knew, or if you didn't know anything, I hope you learned a lot. And thank you for watching the video.